What's up, Dave Money, American Layers? I want to break down Big Puns. You came up. What? Making it happen. Is it still a banger? I used to love this song, and I want to revisit and see if it still is what it was. Hey, subscribe if you like what I've been doing. Let's get into it. Now, I prepared some notes because I didn't want to miss anything. So I'll read what I prepared, and then I'll go off top some. But first of all, you know how it starts. I said, I can already hear the intro. Smooth trumpets play as Pun and Nore ad-lib over the beat. And then you know what happens. So those trumpets and the ad-lib, that's the calm before the storm. But then they bring it back down because overall, the song is not too excited. It's kind of like a controlled explosion. So let's read what I have. I want you to know what state of mind this song had me in. So let's rewind. Let's go back to the 90s, right? This song gives me thoughts of fall, the bridge between summer and winter. I was wearing low sport and leather coats, walking my neighborhoods, satisfied with boring moments. There will always be uneventful moments. I've learned to find peace in them. I still have those feelings, but now instead of low sport and Timbs, it's perfectly layered RL outfits. No spellouts or logos. It's wax moto jackets and wool shirts with shooting patches. The look is cleaner, but I'm the same introspective guy with a great love for music. So that's where it had me at, man. Songs have the power to take you somewhere or have you in the mindset or make it okay when it ain't okay. So, this is how I relate to Big Puns. You came up. We all had those boring moments in life or those uneventful moments that you can't escape. They will always be there. If it's a long walk home because you missed the bus, that seems like turmoil. It seems bad, but it's really nothing. It's your moment to have your thoughts and really think about where you began and where you've wound up. So you came up. Let's see. I haven't heard this Pun song in years. You came up. Just think about those words. You came up. What, making it happen. From rapping on a corner to possibly going platinum. Makes me think of my transition into adulthood. I examine my success and consider how far I have or haven't gone. It's emotional. Pun is tugging at our heartstrings. So I don't know how you took this song, but for me, it's real. It's not the tough guy. It's a look at yourself and your life and your journey. Overall, the message is as we transition, the things that are most important to us must be retained. So Pun spells out the codes that are important to him in this song. It's loyalty, it's integrity, and a few other things. He says, try to remember me for my aggressive will. The way I kept it real is more important than any record deal. So Pun is telling us about that code, that integrity. Don't ever lose yourself. No reward is great enough to get away from your building blocks, the thing that makes you great as a person. Nore offers an incredible cosign on the hook. He was the energy of the streets back then. He was the live wire. It's like he's setting the stage for Pun and the trumpets to express something he's feeling but can't articulate as well as they can at the moment. Pun doesn't disappoint. He goes on to showcase thoughtful lyrics wrapped in tongue twisters. I had to pay my due, lay a few, but I ain't saying who. Now that's not one of the tongue twisters, but we know Pun. We know he was known for saying stuff that sounded incredible to the ear, but it also made sense. He didn't do a lot of reaching. It wasn't too much fantasy. Real literal rapper, around the way guy, up the street guy. So that was Pun. Let me read this line again. I had to pay my due, lay a few, but I ain't saying who. Pun's from an era of doing dirt on the low and bad boys moving in silence. A man shouldn't mention certain things he's done. Some things you don't brag about. You just do what you have to do and keep it moving. All right? So that's a code that some people have gotten away from. And I'm not a proponent of doing bad things. I'm not even into the no snitching. For me, This is something totally different. This is if you need to make a move, you don't need to talk about it. But now it seems like that's okay with the proliferation of cameras, social media, and our connectedness, or the ability for a person to broadcast their personal thoughts all across the world. Some of us are going crazy expressing things that should be left in silence. Even Shaheem said it. Screw on the silencers, screw on the silencers, because real bad boys move in silence. All right? So in this song, when Nore asks, when we roll, are you still ready to ride? You already know Pun's answer. Yo, I'll be ready to ride, and I'll be ready to da 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 da. So that's his scat right there. You know, Pun was amazing. He's on this jazzy beat. He's kicking some introspective street lyrics, and he's doing the jazz thing, the scat thing, all at the same time. So he was really incredible. There's no telling what he would have done if he stayed around longer. This song is a favorite. He dropped some other jewels in this thing too. I morally grew from a fool to a scholar. It's amazing. I believe to truly excel in this world, we got to be students of whatever game we're involved in. You know, if you're manufacturing goods, be a student. Learn how to produce those goods yourself before you delegate, if possible. You know, if you're going to play ball, learn the fundamentals. But when somebody's showing you the fundamental, don't be afraid to be a student. A lot of times when somebody goes to show us something we don't know, we act like we listening, but we're afraid to break ourselves. Sometimes you got to, for instance, I shoot photos. Sometimes I'll show somebody how to use the camera. It's a DSLR. It's not that intuitive, but I'll show you. But when I show you and I say, hey, bend your knee, get 3 inches lower, and attack it like this, you'd be surprised how many people won't bend their knee, get lower, and attack it. It's like they want to follow your direction, but do it their way. You know, it's called submission. It's okay to submit sometime. Being a student is about having some degree of submission. You know, so to truly be a scholar, I grew from a fool to a scholar. You got to submit. And this is one of the cool things about the song, because even though we got the bravado, we got the ready to die, you got to be ready to be a student first, right? It's like, this is the order. Let me see if I got one more jewel in here. I'll turn this down real low. Right. And I'll be ready to die. See, turn it down. I don't want to get flagged. Because everyone's checking for Pun second to none. Platinum was destined to come. So he's talking about his destiny, man. So he felt like he was here to deliver something that was promised. You know what I mean? Promised by the universe. Everybody's checking for Pun second to none. Latin's going platinum was destined to come, the inevitable. Heavenly better than whatever you do. TS is incredibly credible. Credibility. You know, credibility comes through delivering. You know, you gotta have a reputation of delivering what you promise, and that's when you become credible. You become an authority. So this song is about it's about who you are as a person. You know what I'm saying? It's who you are morally, what code you live by. It's really a deep song. You know, a smooth, jazzy beat, strong trumpets. You got Nore on there with the cosign. And when I say cosign, I don't mean a social cosign. I mean the energy, a more creative way. He cosigns. He compliments Pun. You know, Nore is like the what, like something on my mind. What? But then Pun is like, hold on. Me and the trumpet's gonna handle this. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bar him to death. I'm gonna tongue twist him to death. Anyway, man, I can't say much more about this song. It's great. You already know it. If you appreciate this, subscribe. Dave Money American Lyrics is my breakdown of You Came Up. What? Making it happen. It's possible. You could possibly go platinum. You know that, right?